we're going to get started, guys. I'll have a very brief intro. So first of all, thank you and good afternoon. Thank you for coming here. My name is Fabrice Buron. I'll do a quick intro. During major release of GeoToolkit, usually we do a user group to introduce the new version. This is typically a session that we build by the developers of the product team of GeoToolkit for the developers. So our objective is actually to help you to get the most out of GeoToolkit. And then you can find also all the new functionalities, all the capabilities that you can use to build your digital application. In GeoToolkit 2020, so we've changed from a numbering system. The last one that you've known is probably 2.4. So now we're going with basically number of the year, and eventually maybe the months, depending on the frequency. We typically have 2 releases a year, 1 to 2 releases a year. The 2020 is a major release. You'll see there's a lot of things that we've packed. Actually, the team has put in it that are very interesting around ES6 new documentation, and also a lot of performance improvement geared to the cloud initiative. If I would say from last year when we did the user group with all of you, there's been a lot of demands of services, NOC, major companies that are moving their stack to the cloud, and they're trying to pick up some steam and work. And there's a lot of questions about how you continue to optimize large volume of data visualization, whether it's on the seismic, on the well log for the most common ones. So the team has worked really a lot on this to optimize it. Interesting fact, we talked about how the digital transformation is really continuing and picking up some momentum. I wanted to give you 3 fun facts. I would say there's about 200 people registered, 200 developers registered in GeoToolkit JavaScript developer community. So the good news, you're not alone. There's a lot of you guys who are actually working on those tools. The second fact also is this represents roughly about, so of course the oil and gas and upstream segment is a tiny one when you compare all the industries there is, but it covers about 40,000 end users that are using application that are embedding the visualization you're using within GeoToolkit.js. And then the last thing is that we've got developers across the globe that are using this visualization. So just to give you a few examples, we've got people in Brazil, Colombia, US, Canada, France, Saudi, Indonesia, Malaysia, Nigeria, Italy, Norway, Israel. So it's really a global population we've got of developers, which makes this kind of exercise difficult because everybody is spread across the globe. So that's why we added this time the online capabilities to join. We're going to provide also some recording, like these people can also consume it later. So if you're not a good note taker or you're afraid to miss something, you will have an opportunity to review what's going to be presented. The last thing I wanted to tell you to keep this intro very short is that we take some feedback in every user group that we do. So last time, one of the things that people ask us is the fact of opening it online, so which we did, but also to go a little bit deeper on the technical side. So the presentation that the team has done is actually a little bit more technical than last time. Less slide, and I would say more example of codes in the specific areas. So when we launched the invitation, actually for everyone that registered, we asked which topic they wanted to hear from or which additional topic we didn't list. By that, we build the agenda. So hopefully you will find in the agenda something which is useful for you. This is another opportunity also to exchange. Don't hesitate. Last year, there was an interesting case where actually during a break, Dimitri helped one of the customers who was trying to show 1,000 well in a web browser. He was having difficulties to do some settings, and in a few minutes they discussed, and actually there was a simple thing to do to enable that. So we want to have some dialogues and exchange that, of course, can take place in support and through the forum, but this is a good opportunity to exchange and discuss on what you can do and what is potential. So this said, before I turn over the mic to Dimitri, who's going to do the first presentation. Any questions? Then, thank you. And I will let Dimitri Lukanenko present. He's the director of GeoToolkit.js. So GeoToolkit.js is his baby with a whole team of